So I have no clue who's in this area. Wind Soulstone. It's just like a free group cast. Like they have a lot of these items. What the hell are these things? Harpies?
The battle is truly joined.
Seabirdians. Oh wait, these are different. Seabirdian 1, Seabirdian 2.
I will cut
Well,
you down.
at least they're not hiding the fact that they're reskins. Other JRPGs would try to hide the fact they're reskinned enemies. So at least they're honest. Ugh. Poison.
I'm ready. Stay strong.
Let's see if I can literally blaze them the fuck away. Yeah, it'll only break them since it doesn't hit multiple times, but it was enough to kill them. Now here's a real question. Does poison persist after battle? No, it does not. Okay. It's like an older RPG type of thing to do. Let me guess, something down here? Nope.
May I have this dance?
Now then, I will cut you down.
Oof.
I am ready.
We'll try daggers on them since I got a spare turn. Yeah, no, she's not going to be able to do anything
I'm
here.
ready. The lion dance.
The battle is truly joined. I will cut you down.
Okay.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I mean, we're beating it untouched, but the only bonus you get from that is just more money. Got the Inspiriting Plum back. Unfortunately, the problem with Primrose is that if you're not using her dances, she's pretty much not useful. At least so far.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
Just defend. Yeah, both go for her. This is going to be a great game. She's really secretly the tank. The game registers her as the tank first and foremost.
I am ready.
Okay. Is there any reason the Lions dance this? Seriously? Let's just poke one of them to death. There's no reason to use it. I'm having a little too much fun with it.
I grow stronger.
Just break him on the first turn, and then poke him to death. I like that the game has a Final Fantasy X-esque battle system. A magic nut. Okay. Quite a couple games do this. It does take me back to the... ooh, we surprised him. It takes me back to Eternal Sonata. Back in the day. That was a lifetime ago when I played that game.
Now then. Have at you.
I am ready.
I really mean that too. It must have been 2011 when I played that game. Maybe no, it was probably 2010. I couldn't tell you. I can't remember. See, I thought about doing a playthrough of the PS3 version, but Eternal Sonata is a very dialogue-heavy game. It's a heavily cutscene-based game. It's not something I want to do a playthrough on, at least that I think. Like, you don't... It's a very linear game, too. There's not really much exploration to be done in it. Maybe someday I'll boot up my save file for it, just to mess around. Because I did do that in-game dungeon. Like, that's the only bit of open worldness the game has, is there's an in-game dungeon that you can do stuff in. Now, flying fish.
I am ready.
Hide and shell.
I am ready.
Have at you.
I'm gonna get rid of this thing first. I'll try the spear next turn. Spear a clam, I guess. Why not?
I am ready.
We'll do one lion's dance here.
The lion dance.
We'll just poke this thing to death.
Have at you.
Get the buff on it.
I am ready. The show is over.
Okay. She's actually about to be able to earn her next ability, so. Ripple-Tide. So who is this? Look like a bard or something, maybe? Bottle of poison dust. The iron spear, it's worse. The sunland spear is better, but has lower speed. The wolf's bow, coarse rod. Bronze vest and black attire. Oops. This is worse for her, and for him, it's only marginally better, although it will raise his evasion, so I mean, you know what, all things considered, it's probably just better for Ulbrich anyway. That's about it. There's nothing else to buy here. Let's sell. The old coin. Basically made my money back and then some. Okay. Herb of healing. Oh, I'm gonna need some of this. This is anti-poison. A single ally of confusion. Now that's vital, so I'm okay with that. Now who the hell is this? You know what? Healing grape. You can challenge. I wonder what good challenging half these people does. Let's not do it unless I need to. Stinking pirates, I can't forgive them for this. I mean, everybody thinks back no matter what it takes. Her name is Tressa, and she's a merchant. A tiny port town in the coastlands is the only home she's ever known. Here in Ripple-Tide, she cuts deals and stocks shelves, doing all she can to keep her family shop afloat. From the quays she's walked 1,000 times, she looks out upon the endless sea and dreams of a wider world. When she's robbed by a band of thieving pirates one day, her prize a merchant won't allow her to back down, so she vows to set off for the pirate's den. She'll lead daring allies on the path she has chosen. No, let's not take her yet. Can I look on the map? So Tressa's a merchant. I can't, there's no way for me to know what people are. I know that Ophelia is a cleric and Cyrus is the scholar. So I'm not sure exactly what difference that does. Therion's a thief. And this guy's a hunter? Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I could just keep going. That way I won't raise the level. So what I should do, actually, and here's the smart thing that I should do, is I should travel all around the world to unlock the different areas. So that way later on, when I want to go to these places and recruit people, the areas won't have leveled up. So that's actually probably the smartest thing I can do. Oh, look, the map goes all the way over here. The map is actually bigger than what they initially showed. Now, if we'll ever go to these areas, who knows, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip her and just keep traveling around the world map. Let me find the save point, though. Obviously, eventually I will recruit everyone, because that's basically what the main campaign of the game is, I guess, everyone's stories. Paths to the Caves of Maya. Here we go. I completely walked by this, by the way. It blends in very nicely. Okay, we're just gonna continue northward. I mean, if you were to factor out the battles, it actually does not take that long to get to all these different areas. It's just that you have to constantly do battle. At least this way I'll be able to unlock all their different things back to back. Although they're going to probably raise the level.
Let us fight with honor.
So I'm probably going to have to do some grinding,
The battle
maybe.
is truly joined.
Does it sync people's level? No, it doesn't. That's something Final Fantasy VI does.
I am ready. The
Lion dancing.
The battle is truly joined.
I am ready.
Unfortunately, daggers are kind of a shitty weapon to bring to battle like this. But it's the job done.
The thrill of the fight.
Doesn't seem like a lot of enemies around here are weak to daggers. Maybe if I were to go along the other path, the other two areas would have daggers. Dagger weak enemies. You would think that a clam would be weak to daggers, though. You know what I mean? Like, you pry it open. Listen, don't quote me too heavily, okay? I'm just saying.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
What do the lions
The lion
dance?
dance.
Now then.
Okay. You already know what's coming next turn.
I am ready.
Booster.
Now then.
Since you get BP back anyway at the end of a battle, you might as well. I'm just gonna boost it and just attack multiple times to kill them. Nope, there's nothing out here. Okay. Can't go around behind. Oh! Level 45. Nope. I'll pass on that, thank you.
Let us fight with honor.
I am ready.
I really hope later on there's a way to avoid these fights, to be honest. We should need 4 turns.
The lion dance.
Now then.
I am ready.
Let's, might as well, right? Nah,
Victory
wasn't
shall
that
be
effective.
mine. I will cut you down.
I am ready. The show is over.
I'm just gonna have her poke him from now on. Trust me, trying to guess elemental weaknesses has always been a strength of mine. Believe me, if you haven't seen any of the other JRPGs I've ever played, I've always been spot on. Yeah, right?
May I have this dance?
You surprised your foe.
Victory shall be mine.
Which one is moving first? This one. Not anymore.
I am ready.
I'm such a dick, man.
I am ready.
Yeah, she's gonna move first anyway. I might as well have her attack.
Victory
Just to get that
shall
little
be
bit of
mine.
damage in.
Out of my way. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Okay. go. Save book. Basically, all we did was go around. We didn't really do much else.
Let us fight with honor.
I am ready.
I'd like to get this one out the way, but the only way for me to do that would be if he were to level slash. So forget it. We'll just hit
Victory
it.
shall be mine.
Okay. I'll get away with 3 damage. I think that's a fair enough exchange.
I am ready.
Shit. 4 damage.
I am ready. The show.
I'd say that was a worthy exchange. Okay, we're leaving the coastlands for a more fair weather area. Now this looks like Minecraft. Fortifying nut.
Let us fight with honor.
I am ready.
Did I use daggers against the flying fish? I think I did. Whatever.
Have at you.
While he hides in his shell, I'll just do this.
I am ready.
Have at you.
I am ready.
He has 1 more damage, or 1 more turn of resistance. So maybe I'll just poke him.
Victory shall be mine. Have at you.
Oh, whatever. Fuck this. Watch this, jackass.
I am ready. The show is over.
Okay, she has enough now to get her next skill. For her, Peacock Strut. Peacock Strut would be good for her. Maybe. I don't know if there's a mage character. Maybe Cyrus is a mage. Maybe that would make sense for to get that. Here's a single ally speed. Unknown. I'm gonna get Night Ode. The show goes on, which is status augmentations you grant to allies will persist for 1 additional turn. Okay. East Atlas Dam Flats. Yeah, this is Flatlands for the whatever the Scholar's Quest is. That's a really jarring transition screen. Oh good, we're fighting battle
I am
toads.
ready.
Okay.
Now then.
He's not weak to swords either.
I am ready.
Oh, we must be really out of our element. Not weak to dark.
Victory shall be mine.
Not weak to spears, so they're weak to nothing we can do.
I am ready.
We just have to beat them down.
Now then.
Ah, well, that's not going to be fun.
Yes, sir. Now then.
Then maybe we should get the Scholar. Maybe he knows, like, magic or something. Maybe that's his main shtick. Well, he's about to die, so... Sweep.
I am ready.
Victory!
I am ready.
Yeah, so just judging based on the fact that I can't really do anything to the monsters here, I should probably recruit the guy who's in this area. I think I'll do that, and then I'll head for Ophelia, and she'll be like the last person I recruit. At least temporarily, we'll see. Save. Right outside the gates of the city. We're attacked by a pig and 2 ants. 2 pig-sized ants. Okay, well, let's do level slash. No. Okay, so none of them are weak to swords.
I am ready.
Knight's Ode.
Bring your shade.
Okay, the pig is weak to dark. Ah, okay. Fucking JRPGs, man. Follow the logic with that one. Oops.
I am ready.
Okay. Can do nothing to the ants.
I am ready.
I don't know if the ants are weak to that. See, I should probably just kill the pig. Yeah, while I'm ahead. And the next turn, I'll promote him. See if the ants are weak to this. Yes, okay, the ants are weak to spears. Okay.
Victory shall be mine.
I am... The show is over.
It's just the frogs I can't do anything to. Okay. So he's level 10. Okay. He just leveled up. She's probably close, so I probably shouldn't sleep at an inn. Alright, so where is the unfortunate sap who I'm going to sucker into being into my party? Arcane Glaive is a better spear. This is only slightly better. Pointed Hat is better for her. This will increase her max SP. The Circlet. I don't think I need to really upgrade Olbricht anymore. Yeah, Elemental Attack is the last thing I'm going to think about for him. I'm just going to buy this for Primrose. Okay. This will lower his speed, but... Elemental... He doesn't have any Elemental Attacks. So there's no reason to do that. Yeah, we're good. What I will do, though... I think the next ability I should get for him is Insight. So that way he can use it at the start of a fight, and then just start soaking in attacks. Atlas Dam is apparently a big area in the world map. Right? Yeah, become more readily targeted by foes, so it's not guaranteed. In other words, it will never work. Knowing my luck, it'll never work. Okay, save. Yes, I think I now know, or I know now who stole that tome. Perhaps I should have a little chat with him, just to make sure we all understand one another. His name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Atlas Dam, nestled in the fertile plains of the Flatlands. It is home to the Royal Academy, where many a scholar studies night and day. to bring the light of knowledge to the royal family and to all the realm. He passes his days in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. He's in the library where he learns of a grievous theft. Certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit, Cyrus sets out alone to confront the man in his shady subterranean study. He will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. Yes. You're the beginning of the tale? Sure. I guess you could skip it, then. You can skip ahead, just skip right to the part where he joins you if you're on like a second playthrough or something.
That Atlastan was founded some 2 centuries ago. Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago.
Hornburg.
Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Cyrus?
I think it was...
Now, no need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see.
He's just humming. Any day now, come on.
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlastan was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Correct you are, Your Highness. It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands, as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe.
That's pretty neat. I like that. We get some good world building here.
Time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Albright. Alright, well, he teaches the royal family. Okay.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today's your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the special archives.
Splendid.
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I best make haste. Make for the library. So what is his stuff like? Yeah, see, as I figured, he's a mage. Fireball, Ice Wind, Lightning Bolt, reveal the HP and 1 weakness of a single foe. Fire damage twice, ice damage twice, lightning damage twice. Yeah, so I pretty much, I'm gonna grab these 2 and then get these as needed. So I made a good call, I think, because it seems like he can cover most of the natural elements. That's pretty cool. And then I guess we'll get the healer, and then we'll have to see from there. Maybe I'll get the hunter. The hunter might be pretty good. Probably like enfeebles his foes or something. Professor
Albright.
Thank heavens you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is...
If you can spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course.
Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything. After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
Indeed.
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I'm just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
Very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. I see a shame that...
The truth is...
I do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that... Okay, and they cut out. So I'm guessing we're going to get a bigger picture narrative from doing all the different stories and sort of mashing it together. Let's continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
I thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
Most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. Admirable, Jesus. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student.
Ah.
Oh dear, I'm running late.
Good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor.
Ah, Therese.
Hello there, Therese.
Yes. Do you have a question?
Did you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no. Good day, Professor. Ooh? Okay. This is the library.
It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright, here to browse the special archives. Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today. When I heard that an original copy of The Church of the Flame, the complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
There's something amiss.
Actually...
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy, when you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. When you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy, I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right? The expression on your face says it all. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
I certainly will. How odd, the tome is nowhere to be found. Uh-oh. What could possibly go wrong? Someone returned to the wrong shelf? It's not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Headmaster would see you at once. Might that be?
The truth is,
the tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me? Missing? Huh, I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
many thanks.
My dear. I like how half of the dialogue bubbles are sometimes voiced. It's really kind of weird.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
And here we go, full voice acting.
Enter. My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives.
Oh, you're fucked now, aren't you?
Housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing. That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything.
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a metal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You make the...
Oh, he calmed down now.
Wait. There was
Oh,
one
Lord.
last thing.
Sir?
I heard the special archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Excuse me.
Headmaster.
What's the matter?
Yes, what is it, Therese? It's about Professor Albright, sir. Okay. I have to go back to the library. He literally got summoned out of the library. Well, yeah, someone's about to betray him. He's about to get double-crossed and blamed for something he didn't do. Professor Albright.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the
My
tome?
apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books out of these archives is strictly forbidden. As you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Well, then there's your answer. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
A hole.
A impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. So the scholar in me says, would you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let go until you've cracked the case, as it were.
Indeed.
You could say that. Indeed, a habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution. Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not, the tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
take
So she
care.
blinks right then and there. Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time to do some research.
And the game is afoot. Where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then mayhap I should pay the headmaster a visit. Jeez, man, you're doing everything. You can scrutinize and glean new knowledge from the townspeople. Oh, so is it cut out for? Okay, there we go. Let's see now. Of course I've got a key to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping, I was resting my eyes is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool bothers stealing a worthless tome anyway? Until age 41. He has a key, yes. He knows little of the value of the books. Let's see now. The key to the archives? Oh, I haven't got that. But I'm surprised someone stole a tome considering what they're worth. I have gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation. He's burdened with debt to boot, so he knows what he will be taking. Master Yvonne, the guard station outside, should have a key. And this guy doesn't know what he doesn't know anything about. He doesn't care. Let's save. Yeah, it looks like everyone starts at level 1, so I'm going to have to level everyone up. Meaning that the last people to join are going to be annoyingly low level. In an ever-increasing high-level world. Alright, boss, go fuck yourself. You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and I would never be so foolish as to let fall into the wrong hands, and then I have had no reason to peruse those tomes in quite some time. Yeah, he's not used his key. So the only other person would be the guard outside, meaning that the other guy took it. Who possesses the key to the archives? It's the headmaster and the guard.
Of course.
It all makes sense now. There are only 2 keys to the archives, one belonging to the headmaster and one to the guardsman. As we already know. It was the guard's key, since it was stolen from him. Since the headmaster's key has not been used, safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty.
Oh.
It would be all too easy a task to lift the key off his person. So is it possible the guard is our man?
No.
No, he would have no motive. He even admits truthfully, supposedly, that he doesn't know what the value of a dusty old book is. Let's just say one of my colleagues. This one's pretty fucking straightforward, honestly. Yeah, and most likely the one who has accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... They don't even let you select anyone. It's Russell.
Yes.
That shifty scholar, Russell. I dare say my logic is foolproof. Wow.
Shall we begin?
All that remains is to find our man and make him confess to the crime. Word has it he's been doing his research underground these days. I guess this is where he runs into Ulbrich and Primrose.
Now then.
I think it's time I did some field work of my own. Yeah, so if I was just playing as, well, if I just started the game as Cyrus, then it would have just resumed here and I would have run down to the right. But because I played as other people, we get this, which is, and so I've taken it upon myself to investigate the suspicious scholar. Interesting coming along, are you? It seems you have quite the curious streak yourself. But of course, mysteries exist only to be solved. After all, it is of utmost importance to remember that. But there we go again. Don't let me talk your ear off. I'll be glad for your help. Let's get right to business then. No doubt we'll find Russell in his laboratory down below. So Cyrus is now in the party. Yep. He's low level. He uses staves. Okay, well we can give him a buckler. Yeah, these would drop his magic stats. I think I should give him the empowering earring. I'll have to unequip it. What? The D-pad removes it? I have no clue how that worked. I just took it off normally. Subterranean study. Feeling great.
Let us fight with honor.
What the fuck? What are those? Study foe. Scholar skills. Oh, so upon entering battle, he'll study a foe and randomly discern one of their weaknesses. Okay. Let's hit him with the fireball.
I am ready. Knighthood, bring your shade.
Not weak to that.
How about you?
Damn, they hit him for a lot.
Cut you down.
I'm not gonna have a fun time using him.
Oh, ice. Here's some truth.
I am ready.
Okay, they're weak to ice.
The lion then.
No.
Yeah, let's just finish him off with a level slash.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Herb of Clamor. I gotta be careful, because the monsters are scaling up. They're doing more damage to the newbies.
May I help you, Stance?
Okay, the skeleton must be weak to fire. He's also weak to wind. So it looks like every time I enter battle, Cyrus will immediately discern an enemy's weakness, even if it's one I can't even hit, which is pretty nice. Must be weak to fire. Or maybe not. Usually undead are weak to fire. Not in this game. Okay, he didn't get to move.
How about you? Out of my way!
I am ready.
Interesting dilemma.
It's weak to... Are you serious? It's weak to stab attacks. Are you serious?
I am ready.
I mean, I guess I should have guessed because this is his story, but still, it's like, why would a skeleton be weak to a staff and not a sword? You know, like a crushing sword. Oh, whatever. It's a JRPG. Literally trying to find sense would... Well, it's nonsensical. To answer my own horrible question. Well, there he is back there.
Let us fight with honor.
Yeah, that's pretty lit, to be honest, that he can do that. So all I have to do is fight so many battles, and they'll just keep figuring out what an enemy's weakness is. So here you go. We'll give
the lion dance.
him the lion dance.
No!
Interesting dilemma.
Oh, I see. Hit them through.
I am ready.
No!
Yeah, whatever she does doesn't really matter. I guess her next ability will be buffing an ally's magic attack. Since now I have him, of course, now I really could have used that over the mole one. Okay. I think at the bare minimum, let me buy some more of these. This is pretty cool. I like this game so far. I like it a lot. It is like an old school style RPG, but you can tell it's very modernized in some of the less polished, or I wouldn't say polished, but some of the older aspects have been kind of, you know, sort of sawn off a bit.
What?
Professor Albright. Are you always in the habit of barging into your peers' offices while they're working?
Excuse me.
Apologies, I would have knocked, but I didn't see a door. Oh, now he's a
A
comedian.
moment of your time.
Apropos of nothing, mayhap you've heard that a certain tome was stolen from the archives. Not even the faintest clue what you're talking about.
Come now.
Oh no, Russell, playing dumb is just going to drag this out for the both of us. So let's cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're a thief and I can prove it. What the hells you can?
The truth is...
Fortunately for you, at precisely the moment you were trying to sneak back with the key, your friend the guardsman was just waking from his little slumber.
Huh?
That's impossible. He was asleep. I'm positively... Ah.
Oh.
Keeping up our friend's somnolence, are we, old chum? It was a slip of the tongue, I tell you. I know nothing of this god's damn book.
Is that so?
Figured you'd say as much. Perhaps you'd like to accompany me to the academy to prove your innocence, of course. Boo. Damn it all to hell. So he's gonna try to murder him over it. It was the perfect plan. If not for your bloody meddling, I could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. Why is he so big? Oh, great, thanks. He's weak to axes. He has 7 shield points. Fuck. Let's see. Unfortunately, I'm not going to know what to hit these things with. I mean, they're blue. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm going to buff Olbrick. I'm going to have him level slash and then poke with the spear. Just to see what I can do. Okay, he's weak to swords. Alright, let's try fire. Nice. Dude, he gets fucking hit, my dude.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's use this. I should have used this before I entered combat, to be truthful. That's a mistake.
Oh, flames, rage, rock.
I'm ready.
Let's augment this slightly, just so he doesn't get completely boned over. Okay, or he could just die this turn. He's gonna move. I'm going to heal him. Okay, I'll do this. And she can poke him once. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, he has to use an item. Yeah, because they're not playing around. They're really playing for keeps here. He threw a book at me.
I'm ready.
Some stupid shit. Okay, she can take on one more. I can break him this turn, and the next turn lay into him, and that'll be my last turn while buffed.
I will cut you down!
What is the logical course of action?
Let's do this.
I am ready.
We'll just hit him twice. We'll just deal as much damage to him as we can.
Well, what next?
Dude, these water whelps do not die. Okay, he blocks for them. He can't block for either of them. That fucking sucks.
Use this.
Okay, heal him. And the good news is that it doesn't leave them with no health. It actually fully heals them like a normal item.
The battle is truly
Unlike certain Final Fantasy games I know of. See, I know these things are going to come back if I don't hit them multiple times.
I will cut you down!
I am ready.
Let's actually see if they're weak to Nido.
Bring your shade.
No, of course not. Now that skill has not helped me so far. Muttering an incantation. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Oh, flames! Raise Rome! Interesting dilemma. Oh, flames!
These things have seriously not died yet.
Rome!
I am ready.
Okay. Actually, you know this is going to hit hard. But there's not really much I can do. Cyrus is just fucked for this. He's just really fucked.
No!
I can't deal any reasonable damage with it. Okay, well somehow we survived that.
I am ready.
That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, so he's not going to move until the end of this turn. You know he won't survive.
Stay strong.
No!
What is the logical course of action?
I would really love to get rid of these things, by the way. Okay. So I'll hit these. You kind of put me in a bad situation. Okay, so I'm gonna Lion's Dance for him. I have to heal her, because she might not survive another turn.
How about this?
Called it. Although, who knows if Olberic will even survive another turn.
I am ready.
I can break him. Okay. I'm gonna break him.
How about this?
No!
I am ready. Stay strong.
Good thing I overbought on healing items, because I would be completely screwed right now if I was unable to do this. Oh, he can't even hit anyway.
Let's try this.
How about you?
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Shall be mine.
That's pretty rough damage, I'm not gonna lie.
Out of my way!
What is the logical course of action?
Dude, I'm really wishing I could kill these things. I guess they just have so much health.
How
She has to heal herself.
My friends, I am sorry.
I am ready.
Okay.
Stay strong.
Keep them coming. I'm gonna have to grind, probably, just to get some items, if not for levels. So she's gonna attack 4 times. That'll get him down to 2. So if I can just attack normally... Shit, she's gonna move second. She's gonna attack 4 times. I'll get him down to 1. He's probably weak to stabs. But am I willing to risk it is the real question. No, I'm not gonna risk it.
How about this?
If we even live long enough, like, holy shit, man. Intimidate? Okay, well, we're gonna interrupt him.
Oh, flames! Rain! Rock!
They're probably not gonna die. I'm getting that feeling.
I still have no.
Pretty much.
My flame is unbended.
Okay, she can't use any abilities. That's fine. There's not really anything for her to do besides heal herself. I'm gonna have to start using the fire stones because these things have yet to die.
Oh, flames! Rain! Rock! Now then.
This guy's health is ridiculous.
I am ready.
Now then.
What is the logical course of action?
Yeah, he's out of... I'm just gonna barely scrape this one. Okay, I finally killed the ads. It took me literally the entire fight. So he can hit him. She's gonna break him. So let's Lion's Dance.
The Lion's Dance.
Wow, he is weak to staffs.
I
Okay.
am ready.
Well, who would have thought? I mean, I should have guessed. Well, whatever. And we're done.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Should have known he was going to be weak to it, to be honest. Refreshing gem and an ice soul stone. Well, that was an item chugger. That's why I'm going for Ophelia next, so I can get the healing. I swear I never meant to. I just needed the money.
Just so.
That tome would fetch a small fortune. This is true. And yet, did you not for a moment consider the consequences?
Say it is not so.
In stealing that tome, you would steal from our students something more valuable than all the realm's riches. Knowledge. A grave crime no matter who would perpetrate it, but all the more unforgivable when committed by one who calls himself a scholar.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be. You actually did crack the case of the stolen book.
Indeed.
And I did, and yet I fear this may not be the only volume our friend had purloined. Russell's already confessed to the full extent of his crimes and revealed the names of his business associates. And he only tracked down the books and purchased them back. Speak to the guards and see that we redouble the security of the archives. So it says there's another book still missing. Did that scoundrel of a scholar steal this one as well? Okay. I keep thinking that transition seamlessly to movement. From the far reaches of hell. No, I can assure you he did not. It's been missing for some 15 years now. Russell's aggressive borrowing only extends some 2 years back. So his volume was lost or stolen long before that.
Yes.
So 15 years is even before Primrose's story. Or tell me more about From the Far Reaches of Hell. According to our records, it would seem to be a compendium of ancient rites and long-lost magics. If I'm not mistaken, it was the single oldest volume housed within our archives. Needless to say, it was a tremendous loss. Another mystery, it would seem. Professor Albright, the headmaster, would speak with you at once. Again, what could it be this time? Yeah, something tells me he's not going to congratulate me for doing this. Perhaps he plans to commend you for your role in apprehending the library thief. I have no interest in accolades, but if he insists... Yeah, trust me, I'm sure it has nothing to do with accolades. I'm sure you're about to get reamed out for something you may or may not have even done. Uh-oh. I didn't even get to speak with her to go in. She just pulled me in.
Good. Enter. Thank you, Lucia.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you?
Uh-oh. He's about to drop some fire.
He's not about to offer a commendation.
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Is that really what Therese said?
Oh. And you believe this report, sir?
Of course.
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order.
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, but I fear the situation is not so simple.
Well, he said it wasn't true, so he was screwed either way.
Unsubstantiated one such as this is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not
You're fired.
an easy decision to make. Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical? Professor Albright has put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing fieldwork in a distant land.
Yeah, basically to get him out of the way.
This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey. In search of an ancient tome that disappeared 50 years ago.
He's going to be super productive in the face of literally being fired and ruined.
Public, There's little point in continuing my research here.
Is that so? Do tell, Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin packing for my journey. Good day to you, Headmaster.
An enigma as ever, that one.
Well, his story seems interesting. I like that you can question people and stuff.
Professor!
Here we go.
Cyrus, what is it?
I heard that you were leaving the academy.
Then you heard true.
Professor, I'm so sorry.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
Damn, straight to the point.
You knew?
Not until just this moment, when you apologized. And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
She's what? She's jealous of the attention that the princess gets.
You're always helping Her Highness. Answering every question. I just wanted you to pay more attention to me.
Literally, notice me, senpai, or I will ruin your entire job and career.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah, no sympathy for her, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to get you in a little trouble.
She's not very smart.
I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
No.
Worry not, my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
Yeah, this guy's a little too wholesome for my taste.
You were?
For some time now, I've wanted to travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls. I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If anything, you've done me a favor. Besides, I am not entirely without fault in the matter. Indeed, I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
Professor, whatever do you...
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies, my dear girl.
My studies?
I have always striven to treat all my students equally. And yet, Her Highness is always eager to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them. In doing so, I may have given the impression that I favored her above you and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same.
You what?
Yes, if only I had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
Yeah, even she's disgusted with this response. I would be too. She clearly didn't think very far ahead. Yeah, exactly.
Yes?
Never mind.
So he just forgives her, just like that.
Case, I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
Yeah, I don't really understand what her grand plan was. He's lucky that they don't execute him for something like that. So, what was her plan again? That she would transfer... I don't know. What a thought. That was a great idea.
Now, I must find out all I can about From the Far Reaches of Hell.
I like how he says the book.
Bernadette knows more about arcane studies than anyone I know. Last I heard, she sojourned in Quarry Quest. I should begin my journey there.
Okay. Uh-oh. Is that one of the dudes with the marks on his hands? Yeah, so it looks like all the stories are going to overlap. So Cyrus left the Academy behind in search of the lost tome from the far reaches of hell. What dark secrets might his pages hold, only the gods know. So maybe Primrose's father was trying to find this book. Who knows? Yeah, everyone's level is now recommended level 9. But I want to do Ophelia next anyway. So I kind of need to level up and grind a bit. So... let's have him learn Lightning Bolt. And then I'll have him learn Analyze. Really HP and 1 weakness of a single foe. At least that'll be worth using during turns where he can't do anything else. But I think I'm going to stop here. I played for about 3.5 hours. Bear in mind, I literally started at midnight, so it's now 3:26 in the early morning. I actually have to do something earlier on today, but I'm going to stop here. Just bear in mind, it takes me about an hour to get a party member. I only have 3 party members. So I think what we'll do next is I will head northwest and I'll go look for Ophelia. Where does his story start? She's 21. He's way out here. Well, 24. Okay, so I mean that's what I'll generally just do next. So I'm just gonna generally try to assemble the crew together, maybe level up. I might level up a little bit tonight while I'm not doing anything. And that way I can get a little bit of a head start with these 3. So that way I'm not struggling to get by and keep everyone alive like I have been so far. But yeah, that works out. I have to say I'm having a lot of fun with this, so in any event.